Alrighty, so welcome to the stream, Squibblewiz. Thank you for coming. Just as a quick synopsis of what's going on in this world and what the game is about. It's set in a world where everyone uses these little like 1 foot tall customizable robots to do combat with each other. Even the police force uses those because whenever you have a robo fight with someone, it drains them of their mental capacities, so it'll knock them unconscious. So basically, it's what they use, you know, sort of Pokemon style, the way Pokemon, everybody, even the police force uses Pokemon, sort of a similar thing. So basically, our main character, his dad was some sort of scientist, and left whenever he was really young to do something super important, and just recently sent him a letter asking him to become a Custom Robo commander. And so he went and joined a team of mercenaries who handle situations that the police deem too small to deal with. The police in this world are not the best in the world. For instance, one of the cases they deemed too small to deal with that we ended up having to deal with was a case of domestic violence where a husband and wife got into a robo fight with each other, so we had to show up and clear that out. So that being said, our little team started getting called to the Custom Robo lab in the city that everyone's in to deal with people who were breaking into the lab looking for something, but they couldn't figure out what they were looking for. Soon after that, a robo that appears to be sentient showed up and killed someone. And so now we're kind of finding out more information about this sentient, maybe somewhat organic robo that is killing people. And these two separate groups that are trying to get a hold of it because apparently whatever it is, it's very powerful. Both of the groups that are after it call themselves the Z Syndicate because they came from an original group called the Z Syndicate, and they kind of splintered off of each other and are competing with each other now for power. So that being said, our main character just finished in a Custom Robo tournament, and now that he has finished with his tournament, he was actually invited by the chief of police to come to her house and have dinner with his companions. He's got a friend named Harry, who is the chief of police's younger brother, and there's a girl who is excuse me, part of his team named Marcia, and she just recently kind of worked through some stuff because her parents are dead and her brother was missing, so she just recently worked through some of that stuff and kind of started coming out of her shell as a character. She's interesting because whenever you take control of a Custom Robo, you do a dive is what it's called, which is where your brain actually like starts controlling the robot, so you kind of like go into the robot. She's one of the only people who can dive into other people's robots so that she can get like information from the robo, from the person from the last time that they dived into it. So for instance, the way we found out about that weird sentient robo that I was talking about was we found a corpse and she half dived into his robo and could see his last thoughts before he died. So alrighty, so we're pretty much ready to go now. See about getting my camera adjusted just the right way. It's kind of a little difficult to tell where it needs to be before I start streaming. But so yeah, so that's a reasonable synopsis of what's going on. Hello, whoever else is in the stream now. I see that there's another of you, so I appreciate you being here. I'm going to go ahead and get the stream pulled up on my phone so that I can be sure to... It helps me if there are any issues. Also gives me another place to look for chat if I need to. So there is that. So thank you all for being here. We're gonna go ahead and get started now, assuming I can take control of the game. Okay, there we go. So one of the cool things about Custom Robo Squibblewiz says, kind of like SAO, the diving, and thanks for the rundown. Yeah, no problem. One of the cool things about Custom Robo is, unsurprisingly, the ability to customize your robos. So you've got your main part of the model here that you can switch up, and as you play through the game, you unlock new ones. And our main one here, Rayo 1, is this like prototype robo that we accidentally got registered to. So that's kind of our, thing that makes us like kind of a little more unique. But we are apparently a pretty good robo battler because everyone's kind of always impressed with our character. So let's see. I also wanted to get out the spider. So you can customize your feet, your pods on your back, which are like usually some sort of missiles or something like that. Your bomb on your left hand, which is can be anything from a bomb that shoots straight at him and explodes to this one shoots 2 mines out that just stick so that people will hit him, and then your main gun. So quite a bit of customization going on. So Supercam says, I'd be more impressed if you had a cool bandana. Thanks. I don't know how to take that, honestly. I thought I would try to take offense to it, but I don't know that I actually can. So our main character right now, whose name is Boopidoo, Boopidoo is headed out to the chief of police's house, Mira, and consequently his friend Harry's house, because Harry is Mira's younger brother. So Squibblewiz says, a manly bandana, #Undertale. So, also welcome to the stream, super keen on, and apparently all the other people that showed up, because now it says there's 6 people in the stream, so nothing manlier than a bandana that is manly. Okay. Oh, Boopy-doo, you're going out. Got a date tonight? It started to get dark out. I was invited to dinner. Oh, really? Can't leave you alone for a second. I see. Who's the girl? No, I'm only going to Harry's place. Oh, well, that's dull. Okay, so these are the neighbors that we had to fight earlier because they were fighting each other. They're always getting into fights and arguments and stuff. They actually are, both them and their children are Custom Robo duelers, so. I told you a toupee is not a necessity of life! Don't you want your loving husband to be handsome? I like Daddy's head. It's shiny. If you're going to buy a toupee, you should buy a new Custom Robo instead. Yes. So, let's go on and head to Hero's home. Why doesn't it say Boopidoo? It should say Boopidoo. I mean, we are Boopidoo, so why wouldn't it say Boopidoo? So, it's got this neat little hub world, which is pretty fun. And the world is actually much bigger than it looks, because whenever you go to the gym, if we can enter the gym, I can show you. So here are people having battles. So those people are diving. You can actually see out the window. There's like a skyline, and there's skyscrapers. So this is a huge world. Actually, they just made it kind of, a little bit smaller. Welcome, champion. You've won 2 tournaments now, haven't you? I'm jealous. You're already a superstar. I bet everyone goes nuts when you're around. That's so cool. I'm jealous. So yeah, our main character is quickly becoming, with me at the helm, a grade A Robo Commander, because we won just a regular tournament, and then we won a special tournament held by the police. Supposedly that was supposed to show good faith between the police and the mercenaries. Hey, I'm here. Ah, Boopidoo, I'm glad you could join us tonight. Don't mind the mess. And whose fault is that, Harry? Boopidoo. Marcy, you beat me here. Boopidoo, Mira's made a feast for us. She's amazing. I helped out, too. You only carried the food. Yeah, but... Ha ha ha! Ah, yes. We're going to awkwardly laugh about dinner. Hey, sis, I'm begging you, mellow out tonight and don't go all cop on us, okay? Just don't embarrass me. I promise I won't embarrass you if you don't embarrass me. by, for example, wasting the rest of your life and never making yourself an officer of the law. I told you, I don't want to. It's nothing against the police. I just don't want to go, I don't want to work for you. I'm not going to be a kid forever, you know. You're right, and you won against us today. You've really grown up, Harry. Sis? By the way, what's the police squad been up to lately? You know, what with the tournament they hosted and everything? Didn't you hear the speech? We want a good relationship with the public. Sounds weird to me. And what are they doing about the robo that showed up at Damon's and Bogey's? That's the sentient robot that's sort of organic that we fought earlier. Hello, welcome to the stream, Lyle, Adam Lyle. Let's see, Squibble Wiz says, also I tried to set up a live stream, but I couldn't get the game to display it on my phone and do face cam. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry, sir. What was that, Robo? Don't worry about it. Today is a celebration. Let's not dwell on work and stuff like that. Say, Boopidoo, that's an interesting watch. Where'd you get it? It was a gift. My dad gave it to me when I was young. He told me to wear it all the time to remember him with. It's all I have of him. I see. Sorry for snooping. What brought the watch up, sis? Oh, nothing. It's just, it looked unusual. Yeah. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a watch like that before. It belonged to your father, huh? You never told us about him. What did he do? Take a guess. Police squad? Was he a bounty hunter? Actually, I don't really know what my father did at all. Huh? What do you mean? He never talked about work. He was busy all the time. Usually he only came home once a month. For the past few years, I haven't seen him at all. Money shows up to pay for expenses, but that's it. Then suddenly I get this letter saying he died at work. There was no return address. That must have been awful for you, Boopidoo. That's strange. A letter with no return address? I would have thought someone from his work would at least have stopped by to explain. Wasn't there anything else? It's just the will that came with the letter. All it really said was, son, become a commander. What? Had he ever said anything to you about that before? That's just so weird. I'm sure your father must have known for some time that you had what it takes to command robos. You think so? Marcia's older brother's missing, and then Boopidoo's father. What were they doing? Harry, don't be rude. Yeah, sorry. I was just thinking out loud. Don't pay attention to my brother or his manners. Oh, I'm fine. Boopidoo, are you offended? Not at all. We're fine, Harry. We're not offended. I'm really sorry. What a team. Team? Yeah, you three really make a good team. You think so? Marcia, Boopidoo, take care of Harry for me, okay? What? You say it like I'm a burden. I wish I were this close to my brother. What's wrong, Marcia? What? Oh, look at the time. I think I should be going. Yeah, I think I should be heading off too. Sure, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and thank you for dinner. It was my pleasure. Stop by anytime. Super Kidon says, getting a proper live stream set up and going can definitely be trickier than people make it out to be. Good luck if you want to keep at it, though. Yeah, live streaming, I have discovered, never works properly. Like, you can try, you can have everything set up the perfect way, you can test the game beforehand, you can have everything just the way you want it, and somehow just clicking the live stream button makes all of it be destroyed. And it's not even just like computer management, like you know, like I can understand if you click the stream button and that like it's using a lot of computer resources and causes problems, but we're talking like just random things, like your webcam just decides, maybe it won't work, or I don't know, I'm just gonna ruin all your settings, like just stupid things. But yeah, let's see. Squibble says clock hold all forms of time, past, present, and future. I suppose so. I guess that's true. Boopidoo, what are you doing after this? You going home? Yeah, I'm going home. It's getting late. Thanks for dinner, Mira. Glad you came. I'll see you tomorrow. Data has been saved. So I can't remember, but I think we're kind of in the second half of the game in general. So things are going to really start ramping up soon. We're going to like start interacting with the actual bad guys a lot more and figuring out what's going on in this world. In case you didn't get the vibe from me explaining kind of how the police forces worked and stuff, it's almost a little dystopian. Like, the government definitely seems to kind of control a lot of aspects of people's lives, and the police don't seem to help people with normal problems. So yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Ah, you're still getting yourself out of bed. Good, good. All my hard work has paid off. It was worth the effort. I think I might cry. Next time we should work on getting you married. I can't wait until you have kids of your own.
I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you. Squibblewiz has got to go. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that, Squibblewiz. Glad you could stop by. Warn the Weather says, is this a PC or console? Well, I'll share a little secret with you. This game is on the GameCube, but streaming GameCube is basically impossible, so this is a PC.
Just remember to work hard. After all, you've got a child to support, or you will someday.
Alright, how about we combine our 2 wishes and buy ourselves a name brand toupee? There are no name brand name toupees, not fashionable ones. I want to own at least one name brand bag. They always argue about whether or not he should buy a toupee or she should buy a bag.
Don't you think it's awful or weird that we can afford our 4 Robos but not a bag or a toupee? They bought all the Robos on credit. The interest is brutal. 24%. They've got no financial sense.
It's just a smart little girl. A smart little girl. Super Keenon says he's calling the police. What about the fact that I am clearly playing the GameCube right now? Why would you call the police about me playing the GameCube?
Whatever, we can't buy anything if we don't have money, so it's no use screaming about it.
I do want to point out that I do in fact own this game, and I have for the majority of my life. So, no worries on that front. And I have 3 GameCubes and a Wii. So, I could be playing this on a GameCube very easily right now. Super Kid says, weird. That's what my SNES controller looks like. And also, that child is amazing. That child is amazing. I love that child. Okay, I think we're headed to Steelhearts because this is the mercenary. This is the bounty hunter mercenary place that we work for. So,
hey, thanks for coming over last night. Mira had a great time. Same here. Let's do it again sometime. Of course. Maybe you can get my sister to stop pressuring me about joining the police squad. Good morning. I had a great time last night. How about you?
Alright. Make sure I got my Christopher Sabat ready. I am here. Ah, you're all here. Good work in the tournament yesterday. Never thought you'd beat me. Looks like I was right to hire Boopidoo. It was a good decision.
Huh? I thought he didn't even want to hire him. Wasn't it me? And I was thinking that Boopidoo and I made a good team yesterday. Yeah, but yesterday you were all, I don't want to fight, and we had to trick you into fighting with him.
As a result of yesterday's matches, the police have asked us to join them in a practice round.
Huh? What do they mean? Sis didn't say anything about a group practice. Something's not right here.
I feel the same way. They called me directly, and it sounded like they really wanted us to participate.
What? Why?
Like always, ask your sister, not me. She'll answer your questions.
You really don't know?
How should I know? Get over there, now! Oh, also, I should point out, I said that Mira, Harry's sister, was the chief of police. I apologize. She's just, like, the top police officer at the station. There is a chief of police who is a older man who I have given an English/Yosemite Sam accent. You're from the Steelhearts, right? The chief is waiting for you in the training room. Okay, well, I'm gonna go. The chief is waiting for you in the training room. The training room is down the hall to the left. Okay, well, then I will go right! The chief is waiting for you in the training room. Fine. Fine. You cannot go beyond this point. You jerks. You jerks. Okay, just kind of searching the room real quick, making sure we don't need anything else. Okay, we got 2 police officers. This lady is the lady who works at the lab. She's the main scientist at the lab. Good morning, everyone. Did you have a good evening with Captain Mira?
What are you doing here, Linda?
I'm here to watch. I'm a huge fan of yours. You knew that, didn't you? Good morning. We will begin our match in just a moment. You're the ones who won the 2-on-2 division yesterday, right? I won the singles division over in the training gym. I guess it wasn't as much of a big deal, though. Nobody even congratulated me yet. Ah, sorry about that. Congratulations to you, sir. It's good of you all to come.
Hey, Chief. How about a shorter speech today, huh?
I don't always talk like that, but only on special occasions, public appearances and such. After watching you fight, I asked for a training match since you were so good.
Yeah, sure. So what are you after? Harry, you're talking to the chief. I mean, it isn't that odd. A crazy robo's running amok and we're enjoying a practice round. Harry!
It's all right, Mira. Of course. He'd think it's odd. To tell you the truth, we have a plan. I'll tell you after the match.
Well, I don't like it.
Let's jump straight into the training matches, shall we? Who would like to start?
I'll go, and then I'll find out what they're up to.
So, we'll start with Harry. You'll be joining 2 squad members, Roy and Mira, with no breaks.
What? No breaks? I won all my matches. I even beat my sister. Harry, you improved so much. When did that happen?
You surprised me too. Magnificent work. Marcia, you're next.
Yes.
Supercan says NPC guards for when walls don't solve your game development problems. Yep. First, another surprise. First Harry and now Marcia. That's 4 in a row.
I can't believe it. I beat Mira. Outstanding, Marcia. Fantastic work. You win.
Well, that speaks very highly of your skills. I didn't think both Roy and Mira would lose. I'm sorry, sir. I've disgraced the police squad. Don't blame yourself, Roy. You fought well. Both Harry and Marcia are quite skilled, though.
Ha! You hear that? It was skill. But, Harry, you almost lost. You got lucky at the end. Don't rain on my parade. I won, so who cares?
Ha 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 ha! Well, that just leaves Boopidoo. Just come talk to me when you're ready to start.
It's skill, Marcia. Skill. But I almost blew it a few times there. And I still don't know what the chief of police is up to. I can't believe I won against the most elite police squad members.
I fought my hardest, and they still beat me. What does that say about me?
I'm shocked that I lost to my brother, but I'm also proud of him.
Maybe it doesn't matter to anyone, but I won the singles division. I'm a winner. This isn't good. I lost twice in a row to bounty hunters. This keeps up, it could affect my chances for promotion.
Harry and Marcia were great. Boopidoo, I hope I get to see a good match from you, too.
Are you ready? Shall we start?
Yeah, let's do it! It's time to duel!
If I lose 3 matches in a row, I'll never get promoted. The chief told me not to hold back. I've got to take this seriously, but I still think I'm going to lose, so please take it easy on me.
Listen, Boopidoo, while you're on the ground, press A button rapidly to do a low dare dash. It's a good way to move quickly without having to move too high into the air. Got it?
Got it! I'm good! I understand! I'm gonna go kick some butt! I'm gonna go beat some butt. I heard every word of it so high, now I know your secrets. Hey, well, good for you. The downside is I basically never listen to what Harry tells me, so you have that information. Not gonna do you much good. Also, I totally have a much better gun now, so I'm not gonna lose any fights very easily. What's up, man? How you doing? You enjoying this fight? His pods can't reach me up here, and that's all he's using for some reason, because he's not very bright. He's not a bright man. Ah, he finally shot me! He finally used his gun! I'm gonna take you down, man. Boom, shakalaka! Okay. Alright, there goes him. He went down. Downtown. Boom! We switch your color to blue, because I like blue. Blue's cool. Straight bomb G. It's a straight up G bomb. I lost my promotion. No! I'll never get it now. Good. Who'll continue when you're ready.
Thought I had an easy time with Roy and that other guy. You'll be fine. You'll win for sure, Boop-a-Doo.
I can understand losing to Marcia, but to Harry, inconceivable.
Harry and Marcia have gotten tougher since they met you.
I'm your next opponent. I won the single divisions in the battle tournament yesterday. I lost to Harry and Marcia, but I have to win at least once today. I'm gonna be in big trouble. I've lost 3 matches now to bounty hunters. I guess I can kiss that promotion goodbye.
You have one win so far, Boop-a-Doo.
Are you ready? Shall we start? I thought it was supposed to be without taking breaks. Like they specifically said, 3 in a row with no breaks. I have an obligation as one of the tournament champions. I can't lose 3 matches in a row. I'm doing this for the department!
Listen, Boop-a-Doo, be sure to use the Coliseum's obstacles to your advantage. Yeah, whatever, Harry. Shut your face. I don't need you. Alright, what's up, Crimson Studio? Welcome to stream. Crimson Studio says, Oi! What's up, my friend? You doing okay?
We're just getting in here. We're just doing some custom robos. We're having a good time. Things are going pretty cool so far. I'm excited. I'm the red one. Well, I've got the red bar underneath me is what I mean. I'm technically a blue robot, but you know. Okay. Back him back there onto the lava. Okay, moving. Boom! Oh, he got me with his pod right afterwards. That wasn't entirely frustrating. Ooh, I don't like his gun. His gun is dangerous. It's a Falcon gun. It's a dangerous gun to deal with.
I win! I am the best! Woo!
The submarine bomb K. I can get his gun. I would have liked his gun. I wouldn't have mind having his gun. Was the single divisions easier than the 2-on-2 division? All right, you two can return to your duties. Yes, sir. Roy, you're next. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Chief.
Yes, Linda?
Before Roy fights, would you mind if I had a quick match against Boop-a-Doo?
I don't see why not, but I'm not sure why either.
I saw him in his very first fight when he had just started. I wanted to see how he progressed.
Fair enough. Go right ahead, Boop-a-Doo. Let me go when you're ready.
Haha, seems like Linda's taking a real interest in you.
I can't believe we lost, and so easily.
Why? Why is Linda fighting just you? Why not me? Linda said she wants to see how much better you've become, right? Are we being tested in these training matches? I'm sorry, Boop-a-Doo. Bear with me for just one fight.
Are you ready? Shall we start? Yes, let's begin. Good, Linda, you may begin.
I'm ready whenever you are. You might not believe me, but I've been well trained. Don't hold back, okay? Man, you get to fight Linda, lucky dog. Not sure I want to help you beat her. Harry, all right. Listen, Boop-a-Doo. Dodge slow rounds with strong homing abilities by letting them come in real close to you. Once it closes on you, just jump over the incoming text. Don't forget, though, you'll be vulnerable right when you land, so try to be careful. Got it?
Got it! Whatever.
Crimson Studio says, dude, you make my day. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. When does Boop-a-Doo get a fight with Linda?
I'm glad that I can make your day. That's very, very kind of you. You're a good man, Ryan. I'm glad you're here. Dig the voices. Well, thanks. Voice acting's always been a secret passion of mine, so I'm super excited to do live streams because it gives me kind of an opportunity to do that. Boom! Oh, I forgot she has the bee gun. She shoots bees! Actually, I guess they're hornets or something, but, you know. What's the point of there being hornets in the game if you're not gonna get them confused with bees, right? Oh boy. Ooh. All right. That was a good solid hit on our part. Ow! Poop bears. Okay, well, that was my bad. Oh! She doesn't get very much invincibility whenever she when she gets back up. I think she has less frames of invincibility than most robos. She seems to be vulnerable much more quickly. Ah, man, but she has a really good combination I am having real trouble dealing with. No, 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 no. Okay, I gotta stay low. Got her. Woo, that was close. Woo, woo. Yeah, we did it. Let's do our little robo dance. Boom! Boom, shakalaka. We got the dual bomb C from that fight. So, as you fight through these, you actually like gain new parts from fighting other people. It's pretty cool. Oh my, it's just a thought. It's just as I thought. You've become a tremendous commander. Good, good. Roy, you're next. Yes, sir. Whoopie-doo, your next opponent is Roy. Come see me when you're ready. Roy's one of the best robo commanders we've got here at the police squad. Be careful. Technically, I shouldn't be rooting for you, but good luck. This battle will be the real test of my skills. Don't worry, if I can beat Roy, I'm sure you can. Not that it was easy or anything. Roy is strong, don't underestimate him. Thank you, Boop-a-Doo. I'm glad I recommended you. Recommended? What do you mean? You'll find out soon enough. Are you ready? Shall we start? Yes, I am ready! Good, Roy, let's begin the match. Don't get me wrong. Don't get the wrong idea. I don't have anything against bounty hunters personally. I just want to know that the police have the best and most skilled people defending our city. Listen, Boop-a-Doo, this is an important tip. When two robos fire guns at one another, one of the robos is knocked down, That's called a system overload. That means if you fire a gun and knock the robo down before he hits you, the other robo's rounds vanish, and you don't get hit by his rounds. If you use a system overload to your advantage, you'll stand a good chance of winning. Don't forget, though, you can only overload a robo system with your gun. So, Custom Robo did something intelligent with their tutorial. They just drop you into the game, and they make it very clear what is tutorial and what isn't tutorial using green text. And then they sprinkle out little bits of information through the entire game, and they give you like a glossary of like just tips in your pause menu. So you can have as much or as little tutorials you want, because I could just skip through every bit of green text that I see. But at no point in the game do they just sit down and say, here, read this manual because it's the only way you're going to be able to play. They feed you information as you go through, and as your opponents become more advanced and the AI becomes more intelligent that you're fighting, they teach you more about the game. And that's really intelligent design for a tutorial, because a lot of games have a tendency to feed you too much information too quickly. And games that do that, oftentimes, you know, it's pretty difficult to figure out what's going on, because you're dealing with a lot of information. Oh, well, he really should have shot his gun, you know, since I was standing in front of him and he was invulnerable. Ha 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 ha! Got him! Woo! Whoa! Hey! Whoa, Nelly! Alright, you gonna stand there? You gonna stand there? Boom! Boom! My robo has a real powerful tackle maneuver that just deals a lot of damage and knocks them flat on their face and almost immediately every time. So if you're gonna stand right in front of me while I'm invincible from falling down, then you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah! Now I have access to the wave pod. That was a pretty cool one. It went towards me and it exploded, and then it created like a shockwave, like boom, 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 which is pretty cool. That gives me a good idea of where my skill level is. I still have a lot to learn. Well, that just leaves Mira.
Yes, sir.
Boopidoo, your last opponent is Mira. Come see me when you're ready. We're gonna go ahead and come over here. Whenever you actually earn the new parts, you don't get them until you actually click on this thing. Straight Bomb G, the Dual Bomb, the Submarine Bomb, the Wave Pod. We've got a lot of new parts. Okay.
I'm your last opponent. I'm looking forward to it. But just to let you know, I think each of you could have a great future in the police squad.
I lost fairly, and I need to accept each of those losses, except for that one with Harry.
My sister's tough. Tougher than I thought. I'm sure I'd lose if I had to face her again. Mira was really strong. It was mostly luck that helped me win. It's your last match. Marcia and Harry won, so you better give it your best shot.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Shall we start? Sorry, just forgot what my chief voice was. I think I've had a problem with that voice specifically, remembering exactly how it's supposed to sound, so.
I really think that my brother wouldn't have come this far without your help. Thanks for being there with him, but let me warn you, this match is for real. Let's do this. Listen, Boopy-Doo, I paid close attention when I fought her, and I think I've got some advice. Be careful around the four corners of the Holosseum. If she fires pods from both sides and a bomb from above, you'll have nowhere to run. Make sure you keep moving and stay away from the corners. Got it?
Okay! This is why I'm for heavy. You're heavy! Heavy!
I haven't had any trouble with her before. I fought her twice before, I think. But you never know.
A big part of this game is getting a good start, though.
If I can get it, yep, I'm on 1.
There we go. So hers is more of an aerial unit, so as soon as it touches the ground, it is super vulnerable to attacks, especially my tackle. So as long as I can stay close enough to use the tackle whenever she hits the ground. Oh, her gun's super powerful. I forgot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dangerous. Boom. Ah. So I want to stay low and stay maneuverable on the ground because that's where she's weakest. But if I keep letting her hit me, it's not going to matter. Oh, boy. Go after her, spider. Spider, go! Attack my little spider. Boom! Okay, we got that one. Yeah! Heck yeah! We win! Waluigi is the best! Sorry. Couldn't help it. Now I have access to the Float Pod F. I want her bomb. That bomb is ridiculous. She'd fire it and it'd shoot 3 bombs straight out at me and I get hit from the front and the sides and stuff. You 3 really are something. Like I said at dinner, you're a good team. The ultimate team, even. Well, I was planning on ending this with Mira. However, you look like you could handle one final battle with me. Chief, you're going to fight? Yes, I think I understand Linda's reasoning now. I want to see this boy's skill firsthand. Incredible. This is unheard of. The Chief's battles are the stuff of legends here in the squad. That's not true. I'm just an old man who's been retired from active duty for years. I'm sorry, Boopy-Doo. Just one more match. Come to me when you're ready. Yeah, we're gonna kick his butt. We're gonna kick the old man's butt. Chief retired from active duty after a long bout of illness. Robo dives were too much stress for his body to handle. When he realized how strenuous Robo battles had become, he retired. I thought I would never get to see the Chief fight. It's an honor. Why do you deserve this special treatment? First Linda and now the Chief of Police? That's great, Boopy-Doo. The Chief is really interested in you. Let's try and grab our new Robo part, even though I don't really need it right now because I'm happy with my setup. Sounds like the Chief wants a little sample of your skills, too. Are you ready? Shall we start?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's begin.
Thank you. Then let's start. I appreciate you listening to a selfish old man's request. It's been a long time since I've gotten excited from watching a fight. Shall we start?
I'm not sure if it'll help at this point, but here's a little advice. If your opponent has a gun with a slow rate of fire, it's best to rush in directly and go for a system overload. For example, if your opponent has a Hornet or a Rayfall gun, that's a good time for an overload. Got it? Got it. I don't know how strong the chief is, but good luck. You know, he seems like a boss battle sort of thing, so I'm assuming he's pretty tough. Ah, he's got an ox. Let's look at his robo for a second. Metal grappler model metal ox. Strong offense and defense. Poor mobility makes dodging attacks difficult. Rayfall. Fires 4 homing rounds vertically. So what he's doing is he's going for, like, tanking it. So, like, he's going to shoot a slow firing gun that follows me really, really closely, hoping that since he has high defense and high power that I'm not going to be able to knock him down and stop that from hurting me. Ground. Decreases jump interval, enables sharp turning on the ground and in the air, but decreases jump height. Use a set of legs when you want to shoot while making short jumps. Caboose. Flies in the opposite direction of where you aim, can deploy 2 Bahads at one time. Okay, so that's something to deal with for sure. Okay, I think I will be... Yep. Boom! Don't give him any chances to fight you, really. Keep him on the ground as much as I can. Yeah, he doesn't even go down from a full clip from my gun. So I want to be up close and personal with him. Seems like a lot of his stuff goes down, though, too, so that's helpful, because as long as he's not firing his Rayfall gun, he's going to have trouble hitting me if I'm up here. I just realized that these are supposed to look like little cities, like buildings and stuff. Like, all of these towers have windows and stuff, like they're skyscrapers. That's really interesting. So our fights are more like kaiju battles than one might have thought. Or mech battles. The Sword Storm gun. That's a pretty cool gun. Standard Pod F. I do have one combo to use that Sword Storm gun that we just got. That I've used in the past. I concede. Roy, Mira, what do you think of these 3? I'd hate to say it, but they have magnificent skills. Definitely close to Class F. And Linda, what is your opinion of their mental abilities? I think these 3 are the most stable and reliable, not to mention trustworthy of bounty hunters. I see. Well, shall we make them take the license test? Test? What do you mean test? I don't want to have to study! Harry, it's just a skill test. Excuse me, but license tests cost money and... You don't have to worry about expenses for the Class S test. It's free. Class S? I thought licenses were only went as high as Class A. Normally, that's true. Class A is the highest rank a civilian can hold, but the Class S test is different. In order to qualify for this test, you must be recommended by a Class S commander. This is all so sudden, you know? I'm not sure I'm following all this. It's confusing. I must apologize. Yesterday's tournament and today's matches were simply to test your skills. And you now have the recommendation of no fewer than 4 Class S commanders. Naturally, I am Class S. I've earned my Class S license, too. Me too. What? I thought you were Class A. Well, I can't exactly tell you that I carry a license whose very existence is classified, can I? I'm Class S too, incidentally. What? Linda, you're Class S. We're a scientist, not a commander. Now I'm totally confused. We'll discuss this more later. Right now, you need to take this test. If you'll all just follow me, I'll direct you to the examination hall. Yes, sir. I get the feeling we don't have any choice. Oh well, as long as it's not a written test. Ha ha ha! Follow me. The unfortunate bit about that is that you have to have a Class A license to be in the police force, and the Class S looks like a Class A to the average citizen, which means you have a Class A without having to take any written tests, so you can be a police officer having 0 knowledge of the law. Just because you're that good at fighting. This is the examination hall. We need to upgrade you to a Class S as quickly as possible. I want each of you to go through a door.
You'll find a test machine inside. All you need to do is simply defeat the test robo. That's it. Understood?
Yes, I understand.
With my skills, I'm sure I'll do fine, but I'm sure I gotta join the police force. Well, Boo-Boo-Doo, you might as well go take your test right now. Don't worry. I know how strong you are. You'll pass for sure.
Just concentrate on passing that test. We'll talk more once you've passed the Class S test.
Good luck. We look forward to seeing your results. Super Keenon says, Robo Justice. Yep. Got the Sword Storm gun. And the standard pod. Sword Storm gun is pretty cool. It fires a lightning bolt into the air that turns into 4 swords, and then the 4 swords, like, fly in and attack, which is really cool. It's not conducive to the strategies that I'm using right now, so I don't want to do it for this fight. Okay, I'm going to pass this test. Because I made the mistake, my first playthrough of this game, of immediately switching to it, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sword! So this is the robot that we've been fighting, the one that killed someone. So, Rahu, unknown. Rahu, unknown. Grand Cross, unknown. Penumbra 1, unknown. Ultimate, unknown. And all those caution signs mean that they're illegal parts. A stage designed to mimic the natural world uses the central bridge. Let's do it! Let's get in here. Okay. So what you want to do, if you can, is get them knocked down immediately with one of your rushes while they're still in their cube, because that's how you're going to deal the... That's how you're going to deal the most damage on your initial attack, is if you specifically hit them with your Robo's charge attack. Dang. Oh my gosh! No. Oh, dang. He hit me with his rush. And no! It's my first loss in the entire game! No! No! Okay. It just pretends like we just started, which is kind of sad. I can't believe we lost. That's the first time I lost. Haven't lost this playthrough. So that's kind of a bummer. But, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever, y'all. He's definitely coming out of his cube before me. That's not good. No. Okay. I'm gonna have to be a lot more strategic. I kind of just went in guns blazing on that one. It was a dumb move. Ah, his gun is so powerful and dangerous. This is really, like, one of the harder fights in the game. Got him. Everything that he has just follows me around the entire map all the time. It's so frustrating. The whole... his gun, his pods, everything. How am I supposed to avoid that? Oh my gosh. My perfect record! My beautiful reward! Okay, we're gonna try something. And it might be a super dumb idea. But... I think staying low and fast is what I need to do. And I think regardless of what Robo I'm using, he's still gonna be knocking me unconscious really easily. So I'm going to try something maybe kind of crazy. Go back. That's not what I wanted. Alright, this might be a little crazy, but it's a strategy I've used before, and I can't remember if it was good against him or terrible against him, but we'll see what we can do. It's a strategy that theoretically would mean we wouldn't have to really be where he can even see us very often. But yeah, I was afraid of that. He's so fast. He's so fast that it's really difficult to pin him down with the swords. But at least it seems like I'm a smaller target now, and so it is more difficult for him to... Ah, come on, stand up, stand up. Ah, come on, back up, back up. Come on. Keeping him on the move enough. He can't. There we go. Oh my gosh. Welcome back, Squibble-Wiz. Glenn Strong says, did you give her the watch? Whose watch? Did I give who a watch? I don't remember giving anyone a watch. I don't think I had a watch to give to anyone. You win. My opponent was it that Robo? What's going on? My opponent was... Somehow I managed to win. What about you, Boobadoo? I had to fight that Robo too. And its Holocene was really pretty, just like the other Robos. Yes, I've never seen anything like that environment in that Holocene. Harry, how about you? I had to fight that freak Robo thing we saw the other day. I won, but give me a break! I think it was super strong. I practically turned my Robo into scrap metal. How are their results, Mira? All three of them have officially passed the Class S test. Congratulations! As of today, you each are Class S commanders. Class S? Now listen, all of you. What I'm about to tell you is very important. Only Class S commanders know this. It is considered highly classified by the government. Who cares? What about my Robo? All right. We'll repair it for you here. Remember, this is classified. You are being trusted with information that you can never reveal. We understand. Very well. The Robo you fought is called Rahu. Rahu? That's a type of Robo or something? Not exactly. Rahu is not a Robo in the traditional sense. Then why is it? Then what is it? Rahu is a living being, just like us. Yeah, so it's not a Robo, it still fights like one. What's the difference? Rahu. Several hundred years ago, Rahu nearly destroyed the human race. When you took the Class S test, you fought a simulation derived from Rahu's behavior. Destroyed the human race? Impossible, we'd have heard something about it. No, it's been kept absolutely out of the public domain. No citizen knows a thing about it. And that Holocene? It's a Holocene is built from an entirely natural environment. Natural? What do you mean?
Before Rahu came, much of the world was covered in wild growth, entirely uncontrolled by man. Rahu took that from us, covered the world in darkness. Nothing natural remains. Everything that lives here does so because men control every aspect of its growth artificially. The word nature itself has lost almost all meaning in our modern world. But once, real trees, grass, and soil covered the earth with little to no artificial controls. Glenn says, Mira asks you about your watch. If you're really insistent, she'll reluctantly take it. Oh, I didn't know that. I just told her that it was a gift from my dad, and I didn't have any options to ask her to take it or anything. But once real trees, grass, and soil covered the earth with little to no artificial controls. Ah! You're spewing nonsense about trees, and my robo's broken. I shouldn't have come here. Harry, listen to what the chief has to say. Chief, Captain Mira, excuse me for interfering, but maybe they've had enough for one day. They're tired, and they can't possibly take it all this information at once. You may be right. Mira, let them go home for today. They'll need to rest. Roger. Good work, everyone. You may go home, and we'll talk more later. Yes. Well, I'm going home. I'm going to think it over. Harry, Boopadoo? If Sis wants me to think about this, I guess I better go think about it. See ya, Boopadoo. Glenn Strawn says you need to do that to unlock all the songs in the sound test. Boopadoo, what are you gonna do? I'm going home too. Okay, get some rest. But do I need it to unlock all the robo parts? Because that's really what I care about. Ring! The phone? Who's calling me this early? Hello? Boopadoo! Wake up! That robo's back. It's at the David Chinese restaurant. Dende Don called us and said that thing's tearing the place up. Get over there and help out. Oh, where's Harry and Marcia? I've already contacted them. They should be on their way. Get over there and meet up with them. Good morning. Oh, you're all grown up now and waking up on your own. That's so nice. Anyway, isn't it a glorious day? It's so peaceful. For all this peace, the bounty hunter's business must be slow. It's not all that peaceful. There's a case at Damon's, and I'm just heading over there now. Oh, a case at Damon's, eh? Probably some customers disputing his bill, huh? There's no worse criminal in the world than a man who won't pay his restaurant bill, I tell you. I'll see you later. Be careful. Oh, here they are arguing again. Walt, you're still handsome even without the hair, so will you buy me a stylish bag? Carmen, you're still beautiful even without the brand name purse. Will you buy me a toupee? Mom and Dad aren't fighting anymore. Mom and Dad seem to have sorted things out. Well, at least they're getting along now. Instead of just screaming at each other in front of their children. Just kind of sad. Glenn says, no, you should be able to get all the parts without doing it. Okay, good. Because robo parts are what I'm all about. That's all I really care about. I just want all the robo bits. It's horrible, just when I was allowed to reopen the restaurant. If the police squad finds out about this, they'll close my restaurant again for sure. Oh, Boopidoo, you're here. Rahu's grown stronger. Evil's having a terrible time with it. Evil's already fighting Rahu when we got here. Look. Incredible! Evil defeated Rahu! Evil, the police squad's after that robot. We need to turn him over to them. Not a chance! I'm taking this robo with me as a prize. Call it my reward for a hard day's work. A prize? Actually, when I bring it out, join the Z Syndicate! What? So that's your game, is it? Man, I always thought you were stupid, but this takes the cake. Say what you will. If this will help the beautiful Eliza, I'll do anything in my power. Eliza? You've met her. She's extremely beautiful and strong. The most amazing person in the world. Oh, you mean that strange woman? But if you're going to give them that robo, then that means... Yes! Eliza's been after this robo for quite some time. I've devoted myself entirely to my one and only Eliza. I would do anything for her. Now I understand. The attempted burglary at the lab. That was your doing. Exactly. The robbery gave me an excuse to offer my men as security, but they had a secret mission as well. They disabled the lab security measures and cleared the way for Z to break in days later. So the mess that night at the lab, that was you. To be entirely honest, I was a touch nervous that Linda called you on the case, too. I was forced to break a window and fabricate a story about a shadowy figure. Fortunately, you believed me. When I kept you busy, Eliza had time to search the lab. And now I have the robot. Magnificent! Eliza, my future is yours. Is this where I come in?
Glenn says, still, it's really funny you get to Rahu and the hero realizing he needs a watch.
That's fantastic. Oh, that's delightful. Spoilers, my friend. Spoilers. It's her. Hello, darlings. I hate to cause any further delays, so I think I'll just take my robo and go. Ah, thank you for waiting. Please, it's all yours. I've been fending off these little pests, but I've still got the robo. Thank you. I was afraid I might have to get my hands dirty, but you've saved me some effort. Not at all! So will you fulfill your promise and let me join the Z Syndicate? Promise? What promise? You're joking, right? You gave me a word. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never met you before. No! You told me I could lead Z if I brought the robo. You're getting on my nerves. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Idiot! You were lied to, Evil. What a pity. Hey, lady, you can take Evil with you, but you can't have Rahu. Please take me. Well, well, you know about Rahu. What a surprise. Sure, I know a lot more than Evil, and I'd better look at the boot. Come on, let's go. Evil? Who is this Evil you're talking about? Such an unusual name. I don't really like to fight with robos, but if you insist. Heh, just you watch. I'll show you what I'm made of. Oh man, I forgot my robo's broken. What's wrong? Marcia, you lost to this woman last time. Thanks for worrying, but I won't lose this time. You people make no sense to me. What are you talking about? I don't seem to recall ever fighting a young girl like you before. You lie. Meh, she's forgotten about me. Don't worry, Harry, Marcia, I'll take care of this. Boopadoo. That's right. Boopadoo, you do it. You already beat her once. Such utter nonsense. Already beaten me once? What's that supposed to mean? When I don't see how it matters very much. So, we are to fight? You're such a young boy. You need every advantage you can get, so visit the parts generator before our match. I already visited the parts generator, but I do want to switch back to Ray. Slow arc towards the target. Largest one bomb at a time. Blast lingers for a while. Okay, sounds cool. Go back to the high arc. Deploy 2 pods at once. Blast lingers a while and blows target diagonally. Sure. Okay, boosters. Fast in the air. Let's see, what do we have? Glenn says, the song they play is pretty good too. I think it's called Stray Dog. And, you know, you've sunk pretty low when even Harry can make fun of your poor luck with the ladies. Oh, yeah. Boop-doo, I'll go with you. You just watch, Marcia. I'll take care of her myself. But... She's gonna wait for you? I think that woman's making fun of you. Boop-doo, hurry up and beat her. Who is that woman? She's got the perfect dress for my restaurant. I want to hire her. Are you ready? Yeah. Let's do it. Very well. Stand in front of me. Then let's begin. Let me see if you're worth the trouble. Opponent data. Athena. An illegal part, an aerial beauty model with upgraded aerial abilities and additional jumps. Collision, ascends quickly. Waning arc, illegal part, a right arm arc gun with additional rounds and a homing device. Fires 4 rounds that start right, then curve at an angle. Left wave, dolphin,
High jump. Super Keenan's like, everyone's just standing around. What are you doing? Grab the Robo and run. Dang, she dodged. Ugh. Get up, get up. Boom! And again, for good measure. Wow, her Robo can take a punch. Usually these aerial beauties can't take much when they're on the ground. But I'll just keep her on her toes. Mmm. Come on, stand up. Ah, I got her with one of my explosions, at least. Ah, it curved. I didn't expect that. Woo! Lindström says, no, that's not honorable. First we have to play cards. I mean spin tops. I mean fight robots. I mean Pokemon. I mean... Interesting skills. You leave me no choice. I didn't want to hurt you, but I'm going to have to turn off the safety switch. I hope you don't mind all too much, darling. Hold it! Ah, I said hold it, all of you. Rahu belongs to me. Ah, not more freaks. Well, if it isn't Oboro. Now, how about you leave the Robo with me? After all, we both work for the Z Syndicate. Courtesy has never been your strong point, but whatever happened to ladies first? This is no time for jokes. You want Rahu for yourself, like always, but it belongs to Z, do you hear me? Or do you want to use skill to take it away? Two of us, you know. Even if I couldn't handle two foes at once, I am in no rush. I'll leave for now. But mark my word, I'll be back. I'll come back for Rahu. In the meantime, take care. Talk is cheap. I do hope we meet again, children. Goodbye. Let's grab Rahu and get out of here. You kids better not get on our way. They're gonna take Rahu. Man, if only I had my Robo. Boopadoo, let's pair up. We have to stop them. Marcia, last time we bumped into these guys, you said, can't fight, remember? Are you gonna be okay? I need to fight this battle. I need him to tell me why he changed, why he's there. He's my brother. Your brother? What? Marcia, you knew. It really is Marcia's brother, Sergey. That explains a lot. What? She's your little sister. I suppose I'll have to take it easy on her now. I'd appreciate it, Oboro. Super Guinness says, honestly, I wish we lived in a world where we could all agree to settle all of our differences with literal children's games. Yep, that would be super nice. As we get into this world, you actually, they're going to have an actual reason why we fight with custom robos for everything. And it's actually, like, pretty decent, like, conceit for it. It's cool. Like, comparatively to a lot of these things, you know, obviously that have nothing, there's, like, no good reason for it. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, they're both attacking me now. Good, good. Okay, switching back. You'll recognize at least the one I'm shooting at now with the yellow. He's on the thumbnail for the live stream. I keep getting hit. I'm not even fighting either of them, and I can't stop getting hit. Oh, dang, okay. He finally started paying attention to me. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a huge difficulty spike in the game recently. It's kind of rough. Oh, poop. We're gonna lose for sure. Ah! Okay. Gotta go again. Let's see. Super Keydown says, honestly... Oh, no. Glenn says it's Sergey. I like Sergey. I'm gonna keep going with Sergey. Super Key says, the mid-game difficulty spike. Another relic from this era. Yeah. If you want to live long, you won't be so cocky next time. You'll need more than passion if you want to get there or where you want. Keep that in mind. Sergey, why? On the other hand, I think this was one of those that, like, we could have won, but we were really supposed to lose. So I guess we were doing okay. Marcia, you knew.
It really is Marcia's brother Sergey. That explains a lot. What? She's your little sister?
Oh, no, it's not. That's weird. It seemed like they almost acted like the fight had just happened, and we're doing it again, but at the same time, like, it hadn't happened. It's kind of weird. Okay. Come on, guys. Okay, ow. Okay, come on. Stay down. Almost got Sergey down. I honestly think I can get him down on this. There we go. Alrighty. Now, Oboro, if you would be so kind as to fight Marcia instead of me, that would be super cool, because if she can be the distraction, I can just kick your can. Got him! Let's see. Crimson Studio says, I feel like I need to check out this game. It's a super cool game. It's on the GameCube. There was also a sequel on the original DS called Custom Robo Arena. It's really, really great. Hey, your sister and her friend here are pretty good. Yes, I'm surprised. Marcia, you've grown strong. If she wanted your sister, I would have killed her, but we'll let her go for now. Thank you. And then we'll take Rahu.
Sergey, wait. Hey, what's this? I can't see a thing. Darn it, they got away.
And they took Rahu.
Sergey. Evil's gone too. Must have snuck out during the fight. We need to contact the police squad. Yeah, this is all happening so quickly. Yesterday we hear about Rahu, and now this. Which reminds me, Sis wanted us to go back to the police HQ today anyway. She wanted us to hear the rest of the story about Rahu. I feel bad. We're going to have to tell them Rahu was stolen. I know what you mean, but we better head over there now.
Maybe we should have told the police force what was going on since we heard about this case. Oh, check out the fish! That's awesome. They look great. A great fish tank. It's a huge fish tank is what it is, too. Let's see. Glenn says, yeah, I know how they give just a little bit of aftermath when you lose. The can is a different robo entirely. Kick your can like your butt, you know? And kick you in the can. I don't know. So Glenn, Glenn, you seem to have a good hold on what everyone's names are. Are these your pronunciations of the names based on what you believe they should be, or do you have like some actual definitive reason to believe that their names are what you think they are? I'm very curious about that, because everyone has opinions on how you're supposed to pronounce names, but unless there's like an actual like spoken out loud version of it, I believe it's pretty much up to interpretation with most things. I mean, obviously there's writer's intent, but you can't convey pronunciation unless you have a character actually explain the pronunciation of their name to someone. Glad to see you made it. Captain Mira and the Chief are waiting for you in his office. Chief has looked like he had something on his mind. He wouldn't tell us what it was, though. Go see the Chief in his office. It's back to the left, straight ahead from the main entrance. But I wanted to go adventure around randomly. Chief is waiting for your office. You're going the wrong way. Lieutenant Roy is out on assignment right now. Okay, thank you. I guess I needed to know that for reasons. Supergun says there's so much hot food on every table. I know, it's making me hungry, first of all. I don't get parts as often when I fight people who use illegal robos. Why can't I have the illegal robos? Ah, you're here. The Chief needs to talk to you about, don't goof around. Something's up with Mira. Thanks for coming. Did you get some rest? It's time for us to continue our discussion from yesterday. What I'm about to tell you is something that only Class S commanders know about. As with what I told you about Rahu, this is classified. You cannot discuss it with anyone. Actually, we just came in direct contact with Rahu. What? Where? At Damon, where Rahu first showed up. Ah, where is Rahu now? The Z Syndicate showed up after Rahu was defeated. We couldn't stop them from taking him. I see. Why didn't the restaurant's owner contact us? After Rahu attacked last time, the police shut down his restaurant. He didn't call the police because he was afraid you might shut him down again. We shut his restaurant down because he didn't call us. We shut his restaurant down because he didn't call us last time. It was a punitive measure, but it looks like he didn't have much effect. Better work on improving our public relations. Chief, we should get back to the main topic. Roy is currently investigating the location of Z's hideout. We do know that it is somewhere in the outside world. The what? You heard me, the outside world. That's what we need to talk to you about. I'm not following you. What is the outside world? It's what it sounds like, the world outside. But what does it mean? Outside of what? What do you know about the world, Boobadoo? Yeah, quit joking around. We learned everything about the world in elementary school. I'm asking Boobadoo. Well, Boobadoo? The world is round, like a sphere. Hey, you can't be serious. You know the world is flat. You're talking crazy. Boobadoo, please don't joke around. I just think it's round. The world is flat, like Harry said. That's what we were taught all through school. Try to be serious now. What is the end of the world like? The world has no end. If you keep going in any direction, you'll go all the way around the world. I'm disappointed. I told you, the world is flat. Didn't you pay attention in school? You know about the wall, don't you? The wall that surrounds the world? You're just joking, right? Yeah, I was joking. Marcy is right. The world is surrounded by a giant wall. A wall that encircles the whole of our world. It's common knowledge, man. Why are you asking us such obvious questions? You paid attention during your classes, at least. I wasn't much of a student, but even I got that much. Now, follow me. What? Harry, shut up and follow the Chief. Jeez, you don't have to get so mad. Let's see. Adam says, I know that I heard Sergey pronounce the way Glenn said. Glenn says, it was my parents correcting me. Trust me, I pronounced everything the way you did when I first played the game. Well, your parents, although I'm sure intelligent, lovely people, don't necessarily know how to pronounce every name that's ever existed. Super Keenan can tell you a little bit about his friend's son named Charlotte. Super Keenan, will you type out in the chat real quick how you spell Charlotte? Charlotte's parents are wrong. I don't know if they spelled the name correctly, but they're still wrong. And Super Keenan says Class S really sounds like classless. It does. Here we are. Here we are. The bathroom? You're joking, right? We're not joking around. We're serious. Sis, you've gone insane. Stop crying. You're just getting to the important stuff. This is a restroom, right? Of course it's a restroom. Look around, man. It's a nice one, too. A lot nicer than mine. So what did you bring us all here for, anyway? We had to think of a place that no one would ever suspect. The bathroom is the least suspicious of any room. Until Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets came out, now everyone's suspicious of bathrooms. Huh? Take a look here. What does this look like to you? A picture of a handprint. Yes, looks like an ordinary piece of art. It is, however, a sensor. A sensor? Class S commanders have had their handprint images stored in our computer networks. When the Class S commander presses his hand against this sensor, his hand did not match up with that sensor at all. They could have done a little bit better on that animation. Yeah, Super Keenan just put how you spell Charlotte in the chat there. His parents are wrong. I'm sorry. They just are. What? It's an elevator. For those of you who may not see the chat, because I know that the new chat system makes it where you can see it in real time, but, you know, I don't know how you're watching this. Charliet is spelled K-J-A-E-R-L-I-G-H-E-T, and it's a boy's name, apparently. All right, all aboard. Glenn asks, is that Gaelic or something? I don't even know, even if it's in a different, even if it is a, like, Gaelic or something like that, naming your son that was a mistake.
What is this place? Never seen anything like this, above ground or below, and I thought the bathroom elevator was strange.
We'll talk more later, let's get in. This game is really interesting because as they start, like, unfolding this information to you, you as a player are like, wait, what? These characters believe the world is flat? Wait, what? These characters believe there's a wall around the world? Wait, what? These characters don't know what a train is? Like, it's really interesting. It does a really good job of, like, faking you out, because I love games with a Super Kid says Norwegian. His parents aren't wrong because that is how you pronounce that, but I worry for the child going through school. And that was the joke I was making. Obviously, his parents aren't wrong. People can name their children what they want to name them. It was a joke. But the joke was about how, you know, it is really rough to name a child that and then send him to school, things like that. You know, it's gonna be hard for the kid. I'm full proponent. Fully support people naming their kids what they want to name them. I do support, though, naming if you want to give them, like, a really unique or interesting name, middle names are very useful for that. And then they can go by it if they want to, but they don't have to. And that's very helpful. So, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I really love in games like this, where at the end of the game, they kind of take everything and turn it on its head. It was really, really interesting, but especially whenever they actually use the limitations of the game itself as part of the story. So you come through this game and, you know, the hub world is this tiny little area, and you're supposed to think you're in this big city, and you're like, I don't know, you know, whatever. But you know, that's just how games of this era were, and then they actually make that part of the story, which is super, super cool. So,
Harry, what do you think you're doing? It wasn't me. It must have been Boobadoo. Huh? I didn't do anything. Boobadoo wouldn't do anything like that, and he's way over there, but you're sitting right next to me. Actually, you probably don't know this, Marcia, but Boobadoo has really long arms, and he...
Where did you come up with that? Quit fooling around. This ain't no field trip. Ha ha ha. Don't worry, Mira. I'm glad they have a few moments to relax. Let's go. I'll shake a little. It'll shake a little, so hold on. Yeah, not again. Earthquake. I have terrible luck. Robos, earthquakes, police. I just want a nap. Oh, boy. So all of the earthquakes that we feel are this train going underneath things. So we're here. We're going to have to walk a little, so follow me.
How much longer? Just where are you taking? Just shut up and follow the chief. Yeah, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Super Kid says, train burst through the ground. Goosh. Oh, good. We're in space. Never seen anything like this.
Why is this place connected to your bathroom?
Let's go. We're almost there. Yay, space! Also, it's kind of weird because it's not really these rings, but they're not really a thing to walk on, so it's just really looks like our characters are not just suspended in air. Glenn says, "Ah, okay. I kind of understand. If I ever have a son, I'd name him Cert, Gaelic for honest, pronounced Hjart, but I'd anglicize the pronunciation." Here we are. This is what I wanted to show you.
What is this place? There's nothing here.
Do you know what this place is?
How should I know? I don't even know why we're here.
I think you've seen it before, but from the outside, though. What? You know that tall structure near Damon? You mean the Custom Robo statue?
Yeah. That? You mean we're inside that statue? Of course, nobody knows about this. It's built so no one can enter from the outside. Let me ask you one more question. The wall in front of you, do you know what this is? Let me guess. That's the wall you were talking about, the wall at the end of the world. That's right. This wall is the end of the world, and you know what's behind it. It's the end of the world. There's nothing behind it. Good. Just like it says in your school books. You're right. There shouldn't be anything behind this wall. However, in reality, I'm right. I'm right. Boopidoo is correct. The world continues far beyond these artificial boundaries. The wall's opening, but how can there be anything behind it? This is the outside world. This was probably one of my very first experiences with like post-apocalyptic, like dystopian stuff. It's very, very interesting now that I think about it. I'm speechless. This is wrong, sis. How come you never told me? My whole life I thought there was nothing beyond this wall, and now you're showing me this? It's confidential, Harry. Even I didn't know until I joined the police and became Class S. Look behind you. The world you live in lies entirely within that large dome. And the wall of the dome is what you've been told is the end of the world itself. But why? And this world, it's like a ruin, a wasteland. Do you remember what I talked about yesterday? Rahu tore through the outside world and reduced it to this utter ruin. This wasteland you see before you is the world Rahu destroyed centuries ago. What? This? But how? How could it cause all this destruction? Let's go back to my office. We'll continue there. Lynchron said, same. This genuine creeped me out as a kid. Yeah, it was super weird. Like walking out there and the world just being gone and then everyone being like, yeah, we've been tricking you for years. You're actually in a dome and your school books have lied to you. Now remember, you cannot tell anyone what you have seen today. Excuse me? Yes, Marcia? Everybody thinks the world ends at the wall, that there's nothing beyond the wall. All our lives we've been taught this, and we believed it. Exactly. That's just wrong, man. Everybody's been fooled. Wrong? You think so? Harry, now that you know the truth about the outside world, how do you feel? Feel? Well, surprised, I guess. And? In nothing, really. Is your life better for knowing? Were there problems in your life that required you to know this? What? No, not really. I don't feel satisfied, comfortable. When I saw that ruin, it made me feel unsafe, like the world is unstable. Marcia, if you didn't know about this truth, if you died without ever knowing the true nature of our world, would there have been a problem? What? No, I don't think so. Right. Some things are best left alone. Like you said, Marcia, anyone who sees that wasteland feels unsafe, uneasy, knowing that the world beyond the walls is the ruination of the world that was once our home. It does no one any good if people are happy living in ignorance. Why ruin that happiness with truth? Our prime duty as Class S commanders is to hide this awful truth from the people. People still kind of deserve to know, though. I think that people should have as much information about what's going on as they can, and then they can do with that information what they decide they should do. This is, by nature, a way of controlling the populace, because they are hiding information from people so that they will stay happy inside their little bubbles so that they don't have to deal with the repercussions of people knowing. It doesn't mean that it's better, because you don't know who's out there who might be able to help with the problem that you're having if you told them about the problem, you know. There could be some kid whose dream right now is to open a Chinese restaurant, but if you told him that the world had ended and that everything was destroyed by a monster, he might be motivated to do great things. Whether that's because he's afraid that his life has to have meaning, or because he doesn't think that there's time left, or whether that means that he sees the problem and figures out a solution for it. Doesn't really matter. People who are given all the information can make those decisions for themselves, and then that's a people who are truly free and able to make greater strides into the future. Controlling the populace, A, never actually works, and B, it's not a good thing. People should have the ability to make their own decisions. Super Keenan says, yeah, I'm torn because sometimes I really like interesting names, but I feel you don't want to make it a hassle to explain to people on a regular basis, too. Yeah, for sure. That's a huge part of the name thing, is, like, even just having a fairly normal name that's spelled differently can be difficult. But if it's a completely different name, a really weird name, or even worse, when it's a name that sounds like
that's very easy to make fun of, whether that's because it sounds like a girl's name when you're a guy, or vice versa, or it rhymes with something really bad, or you were really stupid about the first name and the second name, how they combine together to make a phrase that's not good. I've seen a lot of things like that, so, you know, and those people get made fun of for, like, the rest of their lives, and some of them straight up hate their names. So, and then they blame their parents for it. So it's a delicate thing, and I'm all for cool, interesting names, but I do like the idea of being able to have at least one of their names be something normal and allowing them to go by that, so that, you know, that kind of gives them a decision in it, instead of being like, I've given you this really strange name that's hard to spell, that no one will ever spell properly, that people will make fun of you for, that just because it sounds cool or it means something cool. And you can't get around it because you have to sign it on things for the rest of your life. That's, you know, it's a little bit difficult. But the one thing I will say about the idea of an interesting name and being made fun of and stuff is that, A, people will make fun of you regardless, and B, because jerks are jerks. Bullies are bullies, jerks are jerks. They will find something to make fun of you for. And the other thing is that the people will find things to hate about their names if that's the kind of person that they are. I've definitely known people who had completely normal names, like completely normal names that everyone, you know, is comfortable with. Everyone knows how to spell it. It's very average, and they still hated it because that one person, you know, rhymed it with a mean word, or you know, they thought it wasn't as special as someone else's name or something like that. So a lot of it comes down to attitude and how you handle it and stuff. Yeah, so that's a big part of it. Glenn says also, yep, this game introduced me to the idea that games could tackle philosophical concepts. Yeah, super interesting. To protect this world and to ensure the happiness of the people who live in it.
Well, it was a shock, but I guess it doesn't make much difference to me knowing what I know now. I think I understand that there are some things you're better off not knowing.
Now, you're thinking like a Class S commander. You're quick. There are others who know the truth, though, and they are trying to use it to their own advantage.
The Z Syndicate.
We still don't know how Z found out about the outside world. To be honest, we have no idea what they plan to do with that knowledge either. However, we do know that Z's hideout is somewhere in the outside world.
However, if the public knew the truth, other more dangerous syndicates might form. I see. You may be right.
There's no question now that the Z is planning something. As you told us, they now possess Rahu. Roy has been investigating the outside world for the past few days. With his findings, we're starting to understand more about their operation.
See, if you had been honest with the people, and the people knew what was going on from birth, instead of being lied to for years and then finding out as adults, then the Z Syndicate could have even have been a force for good at some point, because they might have been a group of people who were trying to figure out how to fix the problem instead of use it to their advantage.
Roy says he's close to pinpointing the location of their hideout. Once we find out where the hideout is, we'll send Roy and Mira over to destroy Rahu and take out Z. Only someone with a Class S license can walk into the outside world. That's why we need your help.
Our help? You know, we really didn't want to have to bring you into this.
Mira's right. I'm ashamed to admit it. There simply aren't enough people in the police squad with the skill and mental strength and stability to acquire a Class S license.
So that's why you had to take that S-rank test, to help you guys out.
That's not true. We do think you have the talents. This is true. This is the truth.
But if you wanted us to help, you should have told us before we took the S-rank test.
Yeah, that's right. You shouldn't have told us later.
We couldn't tell you about it until you passed the S-rank test. It was confidential.
I can understand if you feel like you've been deceived. But think it over. We can't let this thing pass knowing what Rahu did to this world hundreds of years ago. History may well repeat itself. Rahu is here again, and the citizenry is in danger. Your lives will be in danger, but in a sense they already are. I won't force you, but I would like your help. I don't ask for you to answer right away, but time is running out. Rahu is too dangerous to ignore. So think about it. Consider carefully whether you will help us to protect our world.
We will. I'll be staying here at HQ for a while. Think it over, Harry.
I will.
I'm sorry that we have to ask you to do such a dangerous task. However, think of the people around you, your fellow citizens. Think of them before you answer.
Marcia, Boopidoo, I'm gonna go. I got some thinking to do.
Boopidoo, I'm going home too. And then I think I'll take a walk. Boopidoo, think it over, will you? Go home and think about it. Good. All right, let's see. Glenstron says, add Nathan to the games. Dude, spoilers. I don't think I said anything about something that was going to happen in the future of the game. I think I just read the thing. I don't know. I think I was just inferring information from what I was being told. I can't remember for sure, but you know. Yeah? Booby-doo, we got work. Haul yourself over to the office now. You didn't tell me this. Yell at me this time. I wonder what's wrong. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that is as good as a place as any to go ahead and call it a day. We've been going for about 2.5 hours. We've definitely made some super legitimate progress into the story of the game. Got some interesting things. Talked about some philosophical issues, and also whether or not it's a good idea to name your children things that they could be seriously made fun of for. So I thought we had some good conversations. So Super Kid says, I went through a period with my name, Ian, where I kind of hated it because no one could pronounce or spell it right, which makes me feel for people who have actual difficult names. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people kind of struggle with that at one point in their life. And probably part of it is because we all struggle with what our true identity is, who we really are, where we fit in the world, and what our greater purpose is. And so our name is connected to, you know, who we were when we were a kid in our minds in a lot of ways. And so as we grow older and we start thinking about who we are, who we're supposed to be, and that sort of thing, it becomes clear to us that you know, we don't have all the answers. We don't know where we're supposed to be, who we really are, and those sorts of things. And those are questions that you have to, you know, answer for yourself, or find someone who can give you the answers for. And so our names are part of that struggle, I think. And you know, people have different reasons for it, for sure, and everything. But I think that ultimately a lot of it comes down to self-confidence. It comes down to seeing yourself the way you really are, and not looking down on yourself. And so, you know, once you're able to do that, I think your name becomes something that you know you're more okay with, because I think a lot of people have issues with their names, even if it's just like, oh boy, my name's John, and that's boring, you know, like that sort of thing. So, Glenn says, no, you said about Z possibly being a four, never mind, and no one can remember how many N's are in my name, and Super Kidon says, I guess it's a sign I've come back around to being comfortable with myself, which is a blessing. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is you're starting to get, you know, you've gotten comfortable with who you are. You're figuring out who you are in this world, where your place is, where you belong, and you're comfortable with who you are as a person, and that makes you more comfortable with your name. So that's definitely a good thing. If you're growing more comfortable with your name, growing more comfortable with who you are. Because how are we supposed to live up to our potential if we're not even comfortable with ourselves? You know, yeah. Super secret thing. We're gonna get off brand here for just a second, but I think pretty much everyone watching knows this already. But my first name is actually Nathaniel. It's also not spelled the normal way that your average modern person spells it. And so that spelling has like, I love it. It's really cool. I like that it's unique. I like that it's interesting. But it did take me a while to get okay with it, because I had to spell my name for every single person ever, because most, or a good number of people that wouldn't know how to spell Nathaniel anyway, but the ones that do know how to spell it a different way than my name is spelled. And then people ask me why it's spelled differently. I have to explain that it's the original Hebrew spelling of the name, or not really Hebrew spelling of the name, obviously, but the original translation of the Hebrew spelling of the name. And so, you know, it just obviously it's always been kind of a thing. Even like one of my grandparents, she never could actually ever remember how to spell my name. My name has always been spelled wrong from her, which is kind of hilarious. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's one of the reasons why, even though it looks like from the outside, Nathan's an easy name. If you add an AEL to the end of it, it confuses the heck out of people. So, for some reason. But anyway, that is all I've got to say on that subject for now. Hello, Frederick Animations. Good to have you here. We were actually just shutting down the stream for the day. I was literally just starting to say goodbye. So, I'm glad that you got to stop in and say hi. Unfortunately, we're kind of calling it a day. I've got a couple of videos that I need to work on today, and obviously just regular life stuff that I've got to take care of. So, thank you so much for being here, for going on this adventure with us. Actually, you know what? I said we've been going for 2.5 hours. I guess we've only been going for 1.5 hours. I forgot I started at 9. I usually start at 8 on Tuesdays, but I started at 9 today because I didn't go to sleep last night, really. So, yeah. But we're going to go ahead and call it a day, and we'll just be a little bit shorter of a stream. Frederick Animations asked, but can you play Dragon Ball Z? That depends on which Dragon Ball Z you're talking about, because I have Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse on my PC. I have access to a handful of other Dragon Ball Z games, but if you're looking for fighters, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, then I don't actually have that one yet, although I've been thinking about getting it. So we might do some of that later on. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here, for sitting through gameplay and everything, and also my philosophical rants that I had about names and morality. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely had fun, so we will have to do this again soon, and don't forget that there's a Subnautica stream at 8 o'clock on Thursday, 8 a.m. MST, so if you're interested in seeing some more Subnautica, and we're really, really close to the end of it as well, we only have a couple little things left to do, then we'd love to have you there. So thank you so much for joining us, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. For now, this is Nathan Blake signing off for Nathan Blake Games. Sayonara! Also, my real name is S-Class, so it's confidential.